I'm guessing that I'm in and I'm here. Um, I guess I'm in. Sorry for the delay. We were having some technical issues. I don't know, like everything was fine the other day, and then today, of course, when we start, things get a little shaky. Anyway, welcome, everybody. My name is Kia Smith, and this is Cleaning Life with Kia. So I'm so excited to be here. This is my first podcast episode. Um, so I just wanted to take a moment to talk about myself and why I'm here and what my purpose is. So I I own a business. The business is called Help Now, and it is a cleaning, decluttering, organizing service that I started some years ago. I've been in business now maybe about 5 years. I've had a name change. The prior name was See a Need, Feel a Need, and then after some time, I changed it to Help Now. Um, so what I'm trying to do, my purpose and my goal for being here is I am trying to use my brand and my business um, to spread awareness. I want to help people in their daily lives. So I do cleaning and organizing and all that good stuff, but basically, like that's an everyday in and out thing. And so I've just kind of been paying attention to the fact that a lot of people are struggling with that. So I am just here to talk about some things that people typically, typically don't talk about. So tonight is going to be real random. I'm going to cover a lot of topics. I mean, this is a really broad topic. It's a really broad topic, and we're just going to cover a lot of things over time. I'm so excited. So this first episode, we're just going to hit like little tidbits here and there, and as the episodes progress, we'll concentrate on specific topics as we move along. Like I said, it's going to be random. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to be my authentic self. I don't have the time, the energy, the desire, or the apparatus to be anybody but me. Um, I love what I do. It's more than just a service. When I first started, I was trying to figure out a way to put my vision into the world because it's more than just cleaning. Um, it's more than just cleaning. Although having someone to come into your home, like Help Now, that's a luxury. It's not a basic need. It's not food, water, shelter, or anything of that nature. It's actually a luxury. When you pay for someone to come in your home, that's a luxury for someone to help you in that way. Um, but outside of that, it's still a necessity. It's still something that has to be done. Um, and I have notes too, y'all. So if I'm looking down, I'm just trying to keep up and not get too far off topic. Um, And what I've noticed about the whole cleaning, like when we were in school, when I was in school, we would have like home economics and they would teach you all that good stuff, to clean and cook and how to maintain things, sewing, all of that stuff. And now it's just gone. And everybody seems to be just gone astray. The world has changed. There's so many different dynamics um, that just have us all out of sorts. So the purpose of all of this is to for the people that can't afford or don't want anyone to come in their house, not able to have anyone to come in their house, too ashamed for anybody to come in their house. I want to be able to help you from here. Give tips, over time. I'm going to give cleaning tips, and we're going to have some of my clients to come on. The people that work with me, they're going to come on and just tell about like all the wonderful things that we do. Um, and that's kind of like how I arrived at this concept. I just noticed that no one is helping anyone. Social media has really gotten out of hand. It's just a lot. COVID. It's just a lot. It's a lot to unpack. Um, and there's nobody around to help, and it just seems like nobody wants to help. So the best that I can, I want to help everybody because I see that it's a big issue as I talk to my clients and I go in and deal with my clients, everybody has a story. Everybody has a story. Everybody has a life. Um, everybody have their issues, and sometimes we just need help. We don't need judgment. We don't need to be ridiculed. We just need help, plain as day. Um, and the thing with me, I'm just weird like that. I noticed as a child, even as a child, that people they don't tend to help. My mom was a single mom, and it was three of us, and there were people, family members, around that could have helped. Simple tasks, simple things, just to have someone to just come in and be a comfort, wash a dish, put a load of clothes in the machine, anything. And like now, even then, like nobody wants to do anything. Nobody wants to help. Nobody want to do anything. Yeah, people are on social media. They're giving you lies. You're twerking. I don't know what you're doing, but I know what a lot of people aren't doing, and there are a lot of people that are suffering, behind this. So I just want to do my part. I hate when people just sit around and talk about people and situations and they don't help. That's so awful. Um, you have a willing and able mind and body, and you would rather use that time um, to judge other than to help. So I just I want to do my part. And that's all I can do is just do my part. Um, and as I got older, I would ask my mom, I'm like, life is hard, life is busy, and even with just maintaining your home and just life, I'm like, why don't people talk about things um like this? Why don't people talk about stuff like this? And people just don't care. Like plain as day, a lot of people just don't care. And then in conjunction with that, um, the society, the world, government, social media, they have done a beautiful, fantastic, marvelous job of disconnecting the community and dismantling the union of everyone helping each other and that sense of community. So I just want to be the vessel that I'm supposed to be and be in a gap in between. Like I said, honestly, people just don't listen, and I'm gonna be me, and I cuss. So if you got sensitive ears, you might want to leave. But like I was saying, people just don't give a fuck no more. Like people really don't care. People will see you struggling. People will see you struggling, and they just won't help. I'm not that way. I'm a very deep empath. It's like I can just kind of feel people. I can kind of feel their energy. You can feel kind of what they're going through. I can kind of look in your eyes and I can just tell that something is not right. And it's just hard to look in somebody's face and ignore that. I know I've been in situations where I needed help and there was no one to help me. And you feel so awful. You feel so lonely. You feel so lost. And again, like I said, nobody um, talks about that. Nobody talks about that. It's like everybody know what's going on with everybody. Everybody know what's going on with celebrities. Everybody know what's going on in everybody else's business. Meanwhile, your grandmama is buried under a pile of rubble, and she got all these kids. She got all these grandkids, and nobody's helping. Like nobody's helping. Nobody's going over to save the poor grandma, from the mess. And it doesn't have to be a lot. They're just little things that you can do um, to help. But people are just busy doing other things that are distracting that serves no purpose. So that's one thing about me. Like everything that I do, it has to have a purpose to it. I don't like to waste my fucking time. Like you could really be out here putting your foot in the world, like putting your heart in the world. You could really be making an impact. It's just how you use your time and how you use your purpose. And people would rather, just live on TikTok and live on Instagram and live in other people's business and lives that, it's like people don't care about you like that. Dwell and settle in things that have purpose and that are important. Um, then I was like, I would be asking myself, like, why don't people help? I don't know. I'm going to talk about that on another episode. And I want people to think about it now so that we can talk about it later. Like, why don't people help? Like, is it the ego? Is it the distractions? Um, like, what is it? Because I don't understand. And I think it's just a laundry list of a lot of things. Um, then it's like this ripple effect. So like I have my client and they're struggling so bad, and a lot of them have children, and it's like, what are you going to do when you get older? What are you going to do when you get older? I notice my mom now, she's getting older. She's not old, but she's getting older. So there are just some things that she um has a hard time doing, and she's mobile and she's good, like my mom's good, but she's older. So it's like, what are y'all like? So for her, she has me. Like I always come through for her. But like a lot of people, I go into their homes and they're like, they are struggling. They are struggling for structure. They are struggling for boundaries with their whole situation. Like, especially the moms, we really catch it. You got these boyfriends, you got these husbands, and they feel like that's just our role. Like, that's what we are supposed to do. Like, we were just born to just take care of it all. And we can't. And like, I have four boys, ages range from 11 to 17. And they clean, they clean, behind themselves. I'm not saying that they're just clean all the time because they're kids. So I'm not on their ass like that. I'm going to allow them to be kids, but I have reared them in such a way, from the time that they were young, like my oldest, as soon as he was able to, he was potty trained, and he's standing up and he peeing everywhere. You know how it go. Um, yeah, I had some disinfectant wipes in the bathroom because if you can piss on the toilet, you can clean that shit up. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna groom you into that situation. If you can pull all your toys out the toy box, you can put them back in the toy box. It takes patience on our behalf because we have to teach them. We have to teach those kids. I go into some homes and man, them kids be getting fussed at so good. They get fussed at so bad, and I feel sorry for them. Now I do fuss at my kids, but they be on that dumb shit because they know what to do. Like they all know how to clean because I've reared them that way. Now I don't hold them accountable for making the house look picture perfect every day. That's crazy. This is life. Our house is lived in. We live in our house. We move. We're coming and we're going. It's school. It's work. It's this and that. It's everything. So it's unrealistic to think that your kids are going to come in and just keep the house spotless. Like you're just going to stretch yourself out. I'm sorry. But when I tell them to go do something, they know how to do it. They can go do it. And I don't have to hover over them. And they know that I mean business. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of kids, first of all, they haven't been taught. They haven't been taught to clean. Even up just behind themselves. And then like the parents get frustrated. Then they go to screaming and yelling at them and have these unrealistic expectations. And it's really not fair. Like I be cussing my kids out it, but it be because they know better. And they just didn't do what they were supposed to do because they was bullshit. But they know what to do. Matter of fact, um, three of my boys, they help. They help with the business. A lot of my clients, they've seen my kids. They know what to do. It just takes patience, and you have to take the time as the parent. Like it's your responsibility. Like you can't not teach these kids and then get mad at them for not doing some stuff that you didn't teach them how to do. That's crazy. You know, you have to be gentle with them. Like I be fussing on them, and fussing at them and all, but we have gentle conversations. I let them know, like, hey, you have to just like break it down and don't treat them like a child. Talk to them. Talk to them like, like we're talking. I tell them that, hey, we all live here. We all have to contribute to the household. Nobody wants to live in a messy house, and I can't stand it. I cannot stand to be in a messy place, especially when it doesn't have to be. We all have to do our part. We all live here. We all using the dishes. We all using the bath towels. we all walking on the floor gonna get dirty. Like we all live up in here. And then I noticed too, like some parents, it's kind of like this God complex. Like, well, I'm the parent and you the kid, and you just need to do it. That builds like a little resentment with the kids, I believe. So like even with my boys, like we all jump in. We all jump in. Like we all jump in and help. They're moving around doing their thing. I'm moving around. And it's kind of like a well-oiled machine. Like I don't get up every day fussing um about stuff in the house. Like I'm busy, busy. Outside of my business, I work a full-time job. I work a full-time job. I run a business that's pretty much full-time as well. Because I'll leave the first job and transition into the second job. I just got to do what I got to do. Then I have four boys. I have my family that lives, out of state. I have to make sure that they're good and check. It'd be a lot going on. It'd be a lot going on, but you still just have to do what it is that you have to do. Every house is different. Everyone has a different routine because everybody doing different stuff. So for me, that's all the stuff that I do in your home. It may be something completely different. So you have to create a routine that will support, what it is that you're trying to do. So like for me in the morning, it's like I can't lay in the bed like that. I gotta get up. And when I get up, boom, my feet hit the ground. And I make my bed. Bed's made. Before I go to work in the morning, I'm going to make my bed. I am going to start a load of laundry. There's possibly going to be a load of laundry in the dryer. I'm going to take that out. I'm gonna fold it up real quick. I don't really require the kids to do any like real cleaning in the morning before school because they're going to school. I don't, other than like just cleaning up behind yourself. So when you go in the bathroom, clean up behind yourself, make your bed or whatever. And sometimes they don't even do that part. And I don't even be on them about their room so hard, as long as they're not just doing too much in the room because that's their space. And when I tell them, hey, they know that look, it's kind of getting a little bit out of hand. They know how to go in there and just whip it back into shape, automatically. But just so far as like the daily routine, they know those dishes in the kitchen, they need to be washed. They know that the floors need to be swept, the trash needs to be managed. We run laundry every single day, um, especially towels. If nothing else, we run towels every day. And then everyone has an assigned laundry day. And like I said, all this stuff we'll get more into detail as time go on. Um, so yeah, like the long run, teach those kids because it is going to come back and bite somebody just in that just on that ass. It's gonna come back. I see it now. I see it where people have catered to their kids, and now their kids ain't shit. They get with somebody, they be like, your mama didn't teach you shit. Your mama didn't do shit to you. I don't want nobody talking about my kids like that because I work too hard so that they're good people for somebody to be saying something like that in regards to like picking up behind yourself. And it's really hard work. People take it for granted, but it is really, 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 really hard work. Um, like I said, they only know what you teach them, so stop fussing so much. Tell them the importance. Like, hey, we have to function. We all live here. Don't you want a nice house? Don't you, aren't you going to be embarrassed if some of your friends come over here and it look a hot mess? Um, just talk to them. They're people just like we are. Um, we're also going to talk about just distractions, things that keep you from cleaning and maintaining and having a routine in your home. Um, and these distractions, are they helping you or are they hurting you? And most of the time they're hurting. They're hurting you. Um, I know a lot of people, they be like, oh, I've been at work all day. I'm so tired. When I get home, I don't have time to clean up. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. And a lot of times I get it. Like jobs are stressful. But the reality is our bodies, our mind and our bodies, it's really built to handle, you know, to handle a day's work. Even though you go to work, like sometimes you may be tired. I mean, there have been some times I have come in and be like, look, I don't care if nothing gets done today. And that's fine. But I'm just talking about like on a normal, like this your everyday routine. Oh, I'm so tired. Blah, 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 blah. what are you doing? Like, first of all, cleaning is not even important to everybody. So for some, it really don't even matter. But I'm kind of just talking to the ones that, kind of care about it, or care about it a lot, or care about it a little to some degree. And why are you tired? Like, are you eating bad? Are you drinking, are you not drinking enough water? What about your energy? Like, who are you around? I've seen people, they come in from work, you've had a stressful day at work, and then you get on the phone with your negative friend, you know. Um, do you have new clients daily? Are you? I just got asked a question. So I have all kind of clients. Like, I have clients that are routine. I have clients that um they may get a one-time service. It may be every now and then. It just kind of depends. But I do have clients that we see on a regular basis because they love their maintenance. Um, and then what I wanted to say also is find your joy and be happy and find your purpose in cleaning. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always this task, this dark cloud of I don't want to do this shit hovering, when it comes to cleaning, and nobody wants to take the time. But you have to find purpose, because that is something that you have to do, unless you're just nasty. So that's the thing. Some people just nasty. Some people just nasty. They wake up nasty. They nasty all through the day, and they gonna go to bed nasty. They gonna die nasty. They just nasty. And that's it. They don't have to find a purpose because they nasty and they don't care. But for the people that do, find your purpose and be happy. So it'd be a lot of times I be wanting to sit my clients down. I have one client, she's so sweet. Like, she be rocking so hard for her family. She works a full-time job. She has her husband. She has 3 kids, one boy, two girls. And like, she be on it. Those kids, they do sports, everybody working. It's always activities. They got family time. Like, it be crazy. And it just comforts her for us to be in the house. It's a support. It's a support to have us come into the home. And you could do it either way. Like, I'll come in and I'll be like, shoot, chill. You got somebody here to clean your house. I would be in my room with my feet up. But she's the kind of person, she really wants to know what to do, how to do. And like, she's always watching. Like, she's always watching because she's learning. And like, the rates don't change, whether you help or you don't help. Like, the rates don't change. It ain't like, well, I'm gonna help you, so you knock off $10 an hour. That ain't gonna happen. But people, they'll like to help to try to shorten their time. And then a lot of it is because they're really trying to figure this thing out. But I can tell just as good, like I said, empath. Like, before I step in the door, I can just feel like everything that's kind of going on. And sometimes she'll just get so frustrated um, with everything and everybody, because it's a lot. Just think, if you're working all week long and then you have a couple of days on the weekend, you don't want to spend all that time cleaning. And then just think, if your family isn't helping, and then just think if they fucked up the whole house all week. That's 5 days. You just think, you got a house full of people and nobody's really cleaning up behind themselves for 5 days. Oh my gosh, they're gonna have some on their hands. So then by the time you get to like Saturday or Sunday, because typically we'll go to her like on a Saturday, on Saturdays, like, you have the whole dump of the week. And then it's like, we gotta fix it. So for her, she's frustrated. For me, I think it's funny because I know I can go in there and I eyeball everything, and I've been in the house so much, I know where everything goes, and I just go in there and just do it. But it is overwhelming. It is very overwhelming for most. And I hate saying that because it doesn't have to be that way. Like I said, I have four kids, and I'm never fussing or complaining or overwhelmed about the way the house is moving so far as cleaning. Um, but it's because I paid the price early. Like, I was rearing them early, and even though that was hard because they're small, they don't want to do that, and I'm busy. It's like, I feel like I don't have time, but I knew that if I didn't do that, it was going to come back later and bite me um, on the ass. Um, and then I have to unload the fact that there are just so many different situations when it comes to managing your home. Everybody lives a different life. And the thing about it is, it's like I go into all these people's homes and everybody is like on the outside of their home, they're living a different life. But when they come back home and open the door and they go in, everybody living the same life. Everybody dealing with the same exact stuff and nobody's talking about it. And that's the stuff you should be talking about. So that's part of um, this podcast as well. I want us to be open and honest and transparent because the shit ain't gonna get fixed if we don't. Everybody trying to act all perfect, like all this stuff that don't exist. Um, it exists and it's okay. We just have to figure out, how to deal with it. But like I said, everybody has a different situation. Um, you have so many people. I mean, people were already dealing with like depression before COVID, but COVID did a number. Oh, COVID did a number. COVID showed up and showed out, and it left people just behooved and bewildered out here in these streets. And people lost control. So I'll go to a lot of clients. I've been to people's house just to do the assessment. This was before I even did the service, and we'll pull up, and I mean, people will just cry because somebody showed up to help, even though they're paying. People don't care. When you need what you need and you want what you want, you'll pay for it. Money's not even an issue, but just the fact that somebody came to help, um, um, it means the world. It means the world that somebody showed up just to help. But people are dealing with depression. People are dealing with disabilities. Uh, you find the most one element of helping other people. Oh, okay. What do you find the most rewarding element of helping other people learn cleaning tips and hacks? Um, the most rewarding element is, I don't know, it's a lot. People are very appreciative, and it just gives me joy. Um, to pass on information. Like a lot of people like to withhold information, and like this is my thing. Like I love cleaning. Like I know people they be looking at me. Um, like I'm crazy. We'll go in and do the assessment, and I get excited when it's a mess. Like the more of a mess it is, the more excited I get because it's like a challenge. It's like a puzzle, and then I'm thinking about how good it's gonna look. I see the situation they have going on, but I see what it's gonna look like when I'm done, even before I start, and I reassure them that it's gonna be okay. They're so appreciative. It people have so much confidence. They're so much happier. They're so much more at peace. Like it is just um, plethora. It's just a plethora of benefits. And I just love what I do. Um, but like I was saying, there are just so many situations that people are just dealing with. Depression, disabilities. It's an age thing because the older you get, the less likely um, you are to be able to just keep up with their home. Some people they don't know how to clean. They were never taught. I had one client and she was just like, I really don't know what I'm doing. She was like, the only time I cleaned was when I got in trouble. Um, and my parents made me clean as a punishment. So I would do it then and wouldn't have to do it anymore until I got in trouble. So as you get older, then this person starts to have kids. Like it becomes a thing. It becomes a thing, and we don't want it to become a thing. We don't want it to become a thing. So that's why I'm here to try to gain control over this situation. Like I'm going to everybody's house and it's the same thing. Like cluttered pantries. Uh, you got junk drawers. Like when I was growing up, we had like one junk drawer, and it was just a junk drawer, and it wasn't an issue. We didn't care about cleaning the junk drawer because it was the junk drawer. But like now, I go to people's houses, several junk drawers. It's a junk drawer. It's a junk closet. It's just junky. It's just junky. Um, but it's a way to handle that and maintain it. So the purpose of this podcast also is just to help you from where I am. I can't go into everyone's home. Everyone is not going to hire me to come into their home, but any way that I can help I want to, uh, I want to help. Um, I, ultimately, even with that, I can give you all the tips in the world. I can tell you um, what you need to do, what could be done, what's going to make it better, yada, yada, yada. But ultimately, it all boils down to execution. You're going to have to get up off your butt and you're going to have to do the work. If you're going to do it on your own. Um, and it's actually cool for me. It's therapeutic. Like I love playing even when I'm at home. It's not stressful for me because first of all I know it's just something I got to do, so it's no sense in me even tripping because it just has to be done. And then um I can just put on my music if I want to. It's time because there's one thing about cleaning. When you cleaning, ain't nobody gonna bother you because don't nobody want you to ask for them to help. You got all the time in the world because ain't nobody gonna bother you. So I put in music or I listen to some audio books, and sometimes I may not listen to anything. It is just such a good opportunity to take some time out, even though you're physically moving, mentally. Um, you're able to take that time to kind of declutter and clean some things out of your mind as you're cleaning. It's the gratification that comes behind it. It is nothing like having a clean home. I don't care what you say, unless you're one of the people that's just nasty. You know what I'm saying? But it's nothing like a clean home. Just think, like for me, I do those things, those preliminary things in the morning because when I get in from work, I'm tired as well. Now, it's not that I don't have other things to do. I got plenty of shit to do when I get home. Like, I don't shut down. Like, I don't know what time I'm going to get in the bed tonight because this ends at 9. And then, like, when I came in, I didn't have any time to do anything else because I was preparing for this. So, everything that I could have been doing before I was doing all of this, I got to do after this. And you just got to do what you got to do, man. And that's just it. And that's just the problem. Like people just don't want to do what they're supposed to do. And like going back, there are just so many circumstances and situations surrounding this whole topic. My clients, everyone has a story, and it's crazy. Like I said, depression is real. I have been depressed before, but I think everybody deals with it differently. I wasn't one of those people that got depressed and couldn't clean or because that's just what I do. And we'll get into that later on as the podcast episodes increase, like how I got started and why I like it so much and everything that got me up until this point. Um, but everyone has a story. I've had clients, like I put on my Facebook post. I have had so many clients who have lost someone. Um, I've had a lot of clients who battle with that so bad, the loss of a loved one. And I mean, it would be like a close, and people just don't understand how that triggers things. So I have a client, we went to go do her garage, and she wasn't depressed. Like, she's not depressed or anything. She just, herself. But we went to go do the garage, and it was a lot. And it's crazy how things come out. Like, you have stuff packed up everywhere, how things just kind of come out. um she we ran across a bag. And I didn't know what it was, so we have to ask the client as we're decluttering, like, hey, what do you want me to do with this? What is this? What's going on with this? We have to kind of, get clarity. And that girl opened that bag, and when she opened it, she unzipped it and she opened it, she just went to bawling. Now we're outside in the front yard, like, and she just went to bawling. Well, what it was, that bag, it was her dad's bag. It was like the last bag that was packed when he like went to the hospital or whatever, like before he passed. So that bag, when she opened it, his scent just came rushing out at her. It was like her dad came back to just, and it just overwhelmed her so bad. And we're just standing, like I said, I'm just an empath. I just hugged her so tight, and then I let her go. She went in the house to kind of get herself together. But like, this business, it run across more situations than not. I made a post not too long ago about a lady that she reached out to me because she had lost her son. He was in his 20s, mid 20s, and she wanted us to come and handle her garage as well. And it was full of his things, and they had been in there for a while. She knew that she had to get rid of some things. And when she contacted and I did the assessment with her, she was just saying, my son has, like, she was just telling me everything. And she was like, I just don't want anybody to come in here and be throwing my baby's stuff around. I know he's not here, but, and I can imagine, like I said, I'm an empath. So I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like she had his urn in the house, because not only had I done her garage, I think after that I went back and she had me like clean the inside. And that was another instance where we were in there just kind of, and I saw so many tears that day. That lady was just in and out of the house, and I just couldn't imagine. I have 4 boys. I couldn't imagine going through that. And you want and need somebody to come through and be gentle and be kind and care. Like, all you got to do is just care. You just got to care. So even with the cleaning, it's just not a typical, like with this, it's just not a typical like cleaning. People just go in there and they run through, scrub your shit down, and they don't give a shit. They don't. They really don't. And that's just different. I care. So, and that's just something that they get for free. They don't pay me to care. They pay me to do the job, but my heart is just different. Um, I oh my God. I saw another client just the other day. Um, and she want us to basically handle her whole house. So her mother, and it's crazy. So initially when she reached out to me, her mother was alive, and she wanted me to come over and just kind of do some things in the house. She reached out, and then I gave her the information that she needed, and then I didn't hear anything else from her. And then, like some months later, she contacted again. And when we got a chance to converse, she was like, well, at the time I contacted you at first, I had moved in with my mom because my mom was very ill. And I moved in with my mom to help her. And since then, my mother has passed away. And now I live in her home. Like now she's living in the home, that, her mom was living in. But all of her mom's things, so it's like everybody's stuff in there. It's like her mom's stuff is in there, and then she moved in. So, well, she was there already, but like more stuff moved in. And she was just like, I'm overwhelmed. I don't know what to start. I don't know where to start, and I really don't know what to do. She said, I want it to just ultimately be my home. I want to be able to get rid of these things and declutter and organize and, make more space and stuff like that. And she was just like, I don't know where to begin. I don't know what to do. Um, so it's just always something. And then sometimes it's not um a death or anything. It may just be a person that need help. I saw a client a few days ago, and she's just a mom with 3 kids living at home. Um, and the thing about it, like with cleaning, when you let it get too far out of hand, it's hard to recover. You know what I'm saying? Like I always preach maintenance, because when you let it get to, you go one day, 2 days, it's a week, it's 2 weeks, and if you haven't been maintaining, if you haven't, it will get out of hand, and it's hard to recover. It's hard to recover. Um, I have a client who he just travels all the time. Um, It said, have you ever got a bad vibe from a potential client and denied helping them? If so, um, no, that's all I'll say. That's the thing. So I do assessments when I go in the home. Before I do any service, I always do an assessment. And I'm real visual. So when I go in, um, I see what it is. I already know how to fix it. I already know what to do. So I tell the clients, every client, they'll tell you, be like, hey, I'm gonna come in, check things out. I need to just look at it, put it in my mental so that I can execute a plan. Because literally, like, I can't wait till I have some of my clients on the show so they can tell you, like, we come in and handle business. We're not coming in chit chatting. I mean, when we hit the door, we bringing our stuff in and we get the job done because we got to have drinks later. I'm trying to go do my job and enjoy the rest of my day. And we do a good job. But typically, not typically, all the time. So I'm doing the assessment so I can check out what, we're going to have on our hands. But also, I have to feel your energy too, because it's just not about me coming to help you. How about that? How about I'm checking your energy as well, because I don't want to be stuck in a space for several hours with this eerie, evil, ugly energy. And I'm not. And if I sense anything out of the way, um, I'm not going to do it. But I haven't come across that. Now, I have had assessments, and then I'll come back and I'll be like, I got a vibe, and it ain't good, it ain't right. But they can feel my vibe too, and it kind of like it cancels each other out, because at some point that person will call back and will be like, oh well, I gotta reschedule, or I gotta, real kind of, the energy be kind of, but it'd be cool, and I don't feel no way about it. I'd be happy. I'm like, whoo, thank you. I'm so glad, because I don't want to deal with that no way. Like, I'm really coming in to help, and sometimes people just be having other stuff on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're in somebody's house, like, that is the ultimate place. Like, you in somebody's house. I feel like it's such an honor when people allow me and my staff into their homes. Like, your home it's like your lifeline. You sleep there. Like, your family is there. All your personal shit is up in there. Like, when I go in people's homes, I be knowing everything. I be knowing everything that be going on. Because that's just part of the job. Um, I I really um I really love what I do. It's not about just the act itself. Like, you can really see people when you go in their home. You can really you really see them for who they are. You see what they're dealing with, and I can't do anything but have compassion. Like I said, I had 4 boys, and I have been in places where I didn't have nobody to help me do nothing. Have you ever gotten sick and you just laid there and watch your house go to shit? Like, you are watching it crumble because you're the person. And it'd be like, in my mind, like, I'd be like, if anybody could just come in here and help me do something. Just, because even with the kids, like, they can't do everything. There's just some things kids can't do. They just can't do it. They're kids. And they have to be groomed into that, and they have to grow into certain things. And they're just not there yet. Um, Again, like I said, all the clients are different. I have one client, like, she does her business in her home, but listen, she be trying to hang out on the weekend. She don't be giving a damn. She be like, look, come in here. She don't even be at home. Like, most of the clients, a lot of times they don't even be at the house. They just want to handle. There's just so many different um situations. One client, she contacted me, and with all sincerity in her heart, she was like, God sent you to me. And like, that was it. And that was her truth. She was like, I've been struggling. She said, I've been looking around to see if anybody can help me, and nobody has just resonated. I don't want anybody coming in here. I don't want to be judged, and I never judge. Like, even when I post my pictures, like, I do not play. I don't do nasty comments. I don't do judging. I don't do that. It's like, either you're gonna help or you're gonna shut the fuck up. How about that? Like, I cannot stand for somebody to just sit there and talk about people and talk about their situation, and you can help them, and you would rather just sit there and just watch their demise. That is so ugly. And oh, that's so mean. I hate it. 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 Um, um, oh, and again, like I said, it's about execution. I can sit here and talk to you all day long. Um, about how to help and how to do, but it's about execution. So I hope that as time go on, like you'll really take the tips. I've been doing this for a long time. Like the business, I've been doing it for like 5 years, 4 or 5 years now. But like this is life for me. Like, people be wandering around trying to find their purpose and you know, what is it? It's just all it's something inside of everybody. And this is my thing, and I'm just so grateful that I found it. And it doesn't appease to everybody. I don't care. I don't care because the people that I help and the people that are around me, they love me like with all confidence. My clients love me. They know that I care and they know that I'm gonna come through. Um, and then I see my time dwindling down. I've been running my mouth. But as time go on, I have so many different topics that I want to discuss and I want to cover. I'm going to talk about how to create a routine in your home, and how everyone home is different. So, again, their needs are different. The way I run my home every day is not the same way that you need to run your home every day because the dynamics are different. So you have to find out what the dynamics are, and then you have to figure out how to get past those barriers that keep you from having, um, your house in a mess. I'm going to talk about the great cleaning balance. It's a balance. Even though I'm talking about cleaning, that's not all I do all the time. Like when you get a routine, you get everybody on board. It's easy. It's easy. Um, and the big thing is like just don't normalize the mess. Don't normalize the mess. Like people have messes and all kind of disarray. Don't normalize that shit. Like you need to look at it and be like, this is not something that I want to be a part of my life every day. It's stressful and hectic, and I don't see how people do it. I want to talk about kid friendly cleaning and how to get the kids on board. How can the kids help? Because when I tell you them kids are more than capable of doing it, oh my gosh, they are more than capable of doing it. They be fooling y'all. Y'all be fooling yourselves. It's about how you spend your time. I have 4 boys. Okay. So me growing up, I am the oldest and I am the only girl of 3 children. Okay. Oh my gosh, my brothers didn't do nothing. I love them dearly, but they didn't do shit. And they'll tell you they didn't do shit. They didn't because it was just kind of like that, the idea of boys don't clean and all of that shit, which is crazy. Cleaning is not a gender role. Let's go ahead and establish that now. That's so stupid. They think that only moms and, women, that we're the only ones that are supposed to be doing all the cleaning. They just don't want to do it because they know it sucks too. Um, oh, and then I'm also gonna host from time to time. It's gonna be a vent solution session. So guess what? Like I be going to people's houses and everybody be fussing about certain. So they be talking about the kids, they be talking about their husbands, they be talking about everything that be going on that's like kind of like creating a handicap to get stuff done. So we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna vent about it, but the catch is we have to come up with a solution. I hate to just see and hear somebody just sit up and fucking complain. It is so irritating. It is so useless, and it has no purpose, and it is full of void. And we're just not gonna do that. If we're gonna do better, we're gonna do better. So we're gonna vent. We're gonna talk about these challenges that we have, and then we're gonna come up with a solution. We're gonna come up with a solution. Um, and then I guess just to just I got 5 minutes. I just want to tell you that someone is counting on you and your help. Like someone's counting on you. Sometimes we be on the phone and we hear people. Um, if you be on the phone with your girlfriends and be stressed the fuck out, and girl, we gonna go to the club this weekend. you know, um, how can you be reached for consultations? So if you go to my Facebook page, Help Now, you can send me a message. My phone number is listed. Yes. My email, but best to just call, to send a text or a smoke signal. I'll get back with you. And that's one thing about me. Like I'm really real. Like I'm a real person. Like I ain't gonna come in here and look. sell you a pipe dream. I'm just not. I'm human, just like you human too. So call me, text me, send a smoke signal, message me, whatever you got to do. My website, we're still getting it back up and running. Adding some things, and the person that's working on it, we got some things going on, but it should be up like really, really, really soon because she knows that I'm doing my podcasting now, and I need to get that information um, out. In the meantime, just be nice and be kind to yourself first, and be kind to other people. It is just so much that's going on, and stuff like like cleaning. Um, it can really help bless somebody's soul. I had a client the other day, and she was just like, "Oh my gosh." And these moms, like, we so good as moms. We're so good, and we're so loving. Um, we're so loving. Thank you, Bonisha. She's so beautiful. She's one of them. Like, go to their house, and they just want their kids taken care of, because them kids, kids, they'll put a number on, they'll do a number on the room. But I had a lady, and she just didn't think that we would be able to get it together. We Not only did we go in there, it was so less of time than she thought we were gonna. I blocked her off for like maybe 4 to 5 hours. We got done in like three flat, and she just sat there at the end of the bed, and she was just like, "Oh my gosh." Like, oh, I mean, she was just sitting there, and she said, "This is just, that's something she didn't have to do. Her babies, like, I'm telling you, when we're going there. Y'all gotta check out my page on Facebook, Help Now. Like, we're gonna dismantle that room. Like, we're gonna touch everything. We're gonna pull everything out. Look, we be flipping the mattresses over. We be doing everything because you gotta get up under there. You gotta get it. And I'm telling you, the rooms, the energy, it be feeling so good. It smell good. It look good. And when you leave, like, all these mamas, the kids, everybody is happy. So that's my joy. I get my money, that's cool. But when you can walk in somebody's home and you can leave out and it's better than you found it, and everybody's smiling, kids smiling, that sense of relief is on the parent, because guess what? That's one less room, there's one less chore that you have to do. And like I said, we'll come in, we'll clean one room, we'll clean the whole damn house. I don't know. It's just whatever you need. We come in, we make a plan, we execute it, we do it, and then I move on with my life, because I got a house full of kids and I got to clean up and do shit here too. How about that? So it keeps me on my toes, fooling with these kids, because then when I come to your house, I know what to do. I know how the kids be acting. They be having food in the room. They be doing everything. So really, it's just about it's just about helping one another. And so this business, this podcast, it really just encompasses so much. It's not just about cleaning. It's about everything. Like, everybody want to start trends and all this shit. Let's start a trend where we can help each other in whatever capacity that we can. Whether it's cleaning, I mean, even if you can't go over to someone's house and clean, you can always offer up support, and a good word of encouragement. Um, you can ask for tips. I said, and I made a post some time ago. I'm like, everybody is so quick to be want to go hang out and bullshit, but like, people be struggling. So why can't you be vulnerable with your friends and your family and be like, I'm struggling over here. I got about 100 loads of laundry that need to be washed. Like, how about I get a bottle of wine? Let's get some wine. Let's get some wine, and we can sit and chat, and let me help you. Let me help you fold your laundry up. Um, let me help you wash a few of those dishes. Let me vacuum your floors for you. Let me make your bed. Let me, you know, something. Like, it can't be foolishness all the time. Like, this world is already out of control, and it's only gonna get worse if somebody don't reel this shit in. Like, it's already bad. It's gonna get real bad. So I don't know what y'all gonna do, because honey, I'm rearing these kids so that when I get older, they know what to do. Um, they know what to do. Like, with me, with my mom, when I go home, oh my God, she's so spoiled. she, my mom, my mom's a hard worker, and I'm pretty sure that's why I'm the way that I am. Bless her soul. She's so sweet. Oh, we're gonna have an episode about my mama one day. But anyway, I love loving on her like that. She be tired. She has so much on her plate, and she's at home and she does everything on her end, on by herself on her end. So like when I come home, I'm not ripping and running the streets. I forgot to tell you where I am. So I am here and I service the Tulsa, Oklahoma and surrounding areas. I will be dabbling into traveling and all of that at some point. But my mom lives in Arkansas, so I don't get a chance to see her all the time. But when I go home, uh, like she's just happy. Like my mama gonna go get in her bed because she ain't gonna have to do nothing. I'm gonna go to the grocery store. I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna probably go clean her refrigerator out. I'm gonna do all kind of shit she ain't asked me to do because that's what I should do. I feel, that's what I feel. She's taken all these years to take care of me and my brother. She has sacrificed so much, and she don't need no money from me or nothing like that. She got her own. But what I can help her with, I help her with, and she is so appreciative. And it might be anything. I just be picking shit to do. I go clean the refrigerator or the deep freezer, or I go clean the bathrooms. Like nobody loves bathrooms. Everybody hates bathrooms. Um, I'll just find something to do, and she just lay back there chilling, enjoying. And it's just so sweet. Sometimes to just have somebody to just come through, and it feel good to just have somebody to come through for you, somebody that cares. So that's the energy. Like with my clients, they know that when I come through, it is very intentional. Um, they know that I care. They know that I care about their peace and their mental health, because then when I come back again, we be so crunk, like they get so excited. Like we'll break the house down. Like we'll take it down to ground zero and we'll build it back up, clean it, everything. And then they'll just maintain it. And they'll be like, after a few weeks, they'll be like, well, Kia, how did I do? Did I maintain good? Do it look good? What I need to do? And they're actually looking for me to, kind of critique, um, what they're doing. And that just gives me so much joy. All we got to do is help. And we're going to get there one episode at a time, one topic at a time, because this is life. This is real life. And we all got to make it through. We all got to make it through this thing together. Everybody is out here fighting so hard to be different. But if you would accept our likeness and the things that we have in common, I promise you, like, and be more transparent, life would be an absolute breeze. It would be a breeze. So that's what I want to promote um, with this business and with this podcast. So we're gonna laugh on here and we might cry on here. I told you I'm an empath, so depending on what we get to talking about, I don't know. So we'll just see. I'm gonna be my authentic self on here, just like I said. I can't wait to introduce you to the people who work alongside me. I thank them wholeheartedly because they be getting it in, and we're small in number. We're small in number, but we pack a mighty, mighty punch in the community and with the people that we service. So my contact info has been flashing across the screen. If you want an assessment, the assessments are free, and basically I just come in and check things out. You tell me what you need, and then sometimes people don't even know what they need. They be like, just walk through here and you tell me what I need. What do I need to do? Sometimes people are just absolutely lost. So instead of talking about people and judging people, help them, even if it's just passing on some information. So if it's somebody you need to tell about this service, about me, please do. If you're not gonna go over there and help them, uh, at least send some help their way. Don't be like that. We're gonna start a whole new movement. We're gonna start a whole new life together. How about that? Well, I see my time is dwindling down. I only have a few seconds. Thank y'all so much. I'll be back not next Tuesday. I'm here the first and third Tuesday of every month. Um, just thank y'all for hanging out. Like I've been so excited. I've been nervous. It's so much to get out. It's like I've been having this. in the pit of my soul for so long. So to be able to be on this platform and be able to articulate the things that I've been feeling, the things that I know, it is nothing but a blessing. So bless y'all, and I'll see y'all. I'll see y'all next time.